Let's get started.
Hi guys.
It was 5 o'clock and Alan was riding his motorcycle in San
Yes.
Francisco.
Yes.
When was Alan riding his motorcycle?
It's 5 o'clock.
Well, at 5 o'clock, right?
Yes.
At 5 o'clock, Alan was riding his motorcycle. Was Alan riding his car,
No.
or was Alan riding his motorcycle?
His motorcycle.
Of course, Alan was riding his motorcycle. Where was Alan riding his motorcycle?
On the Venice
In San Francisco.
Yes. It's
Alan was
Francisco.
riding his motorcycle in San Francisco. When was he riding?
At 5
At
o'clock.
5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, Alan was riding his motorcycle in San Francisco.
Yes.
He was riding down Van Ness Street and came to a stoplight.
Yes.
Who was riding down Van Ness Street?
Alan.
Alan.
Down on
Alan
Van
was
Ness
riding
Street.
down Van Ness Street. What was he riding on?
On his motorcycle.
On a motorcycle. He was riding on his motorcycle.
Motorcycle.
Was he riding down Market Street?
No.
No, not Market Street. He wasn't riding down Market Street. Was he riding down Lombard Street?
No.
No, he wasn't riding down Lombard Street. He was riding down Van Ness Street.
Van Ness Street.
When? When was he riding down Van Ness Street?
At 5 o'clock.
At 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, he was riding down Van Ness Street. Who was riding down Van Ness Street
Alan.
at 5 o'clock?
Alan riding down.
Alan
motorcycle.
was riding down Van Ness Street
Yes.
at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Was he in a truck?
No. His
No,
motorcycle.
he wasn't in a truck. He was on his motorcycle. And he came to a stoplight.
Yes.
Did Alan come to a go light?
No.
No. He didn't come to a go light. He came to
Stoplight.
a stoplight. We never say go light. We only say stoplight.
Stoplight.
Who came to a stoplight?
Alan.
Alan,
came
of
to
course.
a stoplight.
Alan came to a stoplight. What was he on when he came to a stoplight?
He on his motorcycle.
A motorcycle. He was on a motorcycle when he came to a stoplight.
Yes.
Where was the stoplight?
On the Van Ness Street in
Well,
San
on Van Ness
Francisco.
Street. The stoplight was on Van Ness Street.
Yeah.
Was the stoplight on Embarcadero Street?
No.
Or was the stoplight on Van Ness Street?
On Van Ness Street.
Van Ness, of course, Van Ness. The stoplight was on Van Ness Street. Who was at the stoplight?
Alan.
Alan was at the stoplight. Which city was Alan in? In San Francisco, of course. Alan was in San Francisco. Where is Van Ness?
In San Francisco.
Well, Van Ness Street is in San Francisco. Of course, Van Ness Street is in San Francisco. Is Van Ness Street in New York?
No.
Or is Van Ness Street in
Van Ness
San
Street.
Francisco?
In San Francisco.
Well, of course, Van Ness Street is in San Francisco. Where was Alan riding?
On Van Ness
He was
Street.
riding on Van Ness Street in San Francisco. And he came to a stoplight. A red Ferrari pulled up next to him.
Yes.
Did the red Ferrari pull up behind him?
No, next to him.
No, not behind him. The red Ferrari pulled up next to him. What pulled up next to Alan? A red Ferrari.
Yes.
A red Ferrari pulled up next to Alan. Did Alan pull up next to a red Ferrari?
No. A red Ferrari.
No.
Pulls
Alan
up next
didn't
to him.
pull up next to a red Ferrari. A red Ferrari pulled up next to him. Where did the red Ferrari pull up next to Alan?
On the stoplight.
At a stoplight on Van Ness Street. At a stoplight on Van Ness Street, a red Ferrari pulled up next to
him.
Alan. Was Alan in a red Ferrari? No. Alan wasn't in a red Ferrari. He was on a motorcycle. Alan was on a motorcycle. What did the red Ferrari do? Well, it pulled up next to Alan. The red Ferrari pulled up next to Alan. The driver was wearing dark sunglasses.
Yes.
So, Alan was wearing dark sunglasses.
No, not Alan.
No, not Alan. Alan wasn't wearing dark sunglasses. Who was wearing dark sunglasses?
The driver of a red Ferrari.
The driver of the Ferrari. The driver of the Ferrari was wearing dark sunglasses.
Yes.
Not Alan. The driver looked over at Alan.
Yes.
Did the driver look behind Alan?
No, he looked over.
No. He looked over at Alan. Who looked over at Alan?
Yeah.
The driver of the Ferrari looked over at Alan. Did Alan look over at the driver?
Yes.
Yes, he did. Alan also looked over at the driver. Who was the driver? Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise was the driver. Alan looked over at the driver and realized that the driver was Tom Cruise.
Yes, Tom Cruise.
Who was the driver of the Ferrari?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise was the driver of the Ferrari. Who was the motorcycle rider? Alan. Alan was the motorcycle rider. And Tom Cruise was the driver of the Ferrari?
Yes.
Who looked over at Alan?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Over Alan.
Tom Cruise looked over at Alan. What was Tom Cruise wearing?
He wearing
sunglasses. Tom Cruise was wearing dark sunglasses. Was Alan wearing dark sunglasses?
No.
No, he wasn't. Alan wasn't wearing dark sunglasses. Tom Cruise was wearing dark sunglasses. And he looked over at Alan.
Yes.
Tom sneered at Alan.
Yes, at Alan.
Oh no. Did Tom smile?
No.
No, he didn't. Tom didn't smile. He sneered at Alan.
Yes.
Was Tom friendly and nice?
No, he not friendly.
No,
and nice.
he wasn't friendly and nice. He sneered at Alan. Did Alan sneer at Tom Cruise?
Yes.
Or did Tom Cruise sneer at Alan?
Tom Cruise sneered at Alan.
Well, Tom Cruise sneered at Alan. After he sneered, what did Tom Cruise say?
He said, when
Well,
the light
he said,
turns green,
when the light turns green,
race.
let's race. After he sneered at Alan, Tom Cruise said, when the light turns green, let's race. Did Tom want to race?
Yes.
Yes,
He
of course.
race.
He has a Ferrari. He wanted to race. Alan said, all right, you're on.
Yes.
Did Alan agree to race Tom?
Yes, he did. He agreed.
Yes, he agreed.
To race.
He agreed. He said, you're on. Did Tom say, you're on? No, Tom didn't say, you're on. Alan said, you're on. Alan agreed to race.
Yes, he agreed.
Who said, you're on? Alan. Alan said, you're on.
Yes.
What did Alan agree to do?
He agreed
to race. Alan agreed to race Tom. He said, you're on. Tom said, I'm gonna smoke you, sucker.
I'm gonna smoke you, sucker.
Did Tom say he would beat Alan? Yes, he did. He said, I'm gonna smoke you. I'm gonna beat you.
Yes.
Did Tom say he would win? Yes, he said he would win. He said, I'm gonna smoke you. Who was Tom gonna smoke?
Alan.
Well, Alan. Tom was gonna smoke Alan. Was Tom gonna smoke Schwarzenegger?
No.
No. Tom wasn't gonna smoke Arnold Schwarzenegger. Tom was gonna smoke Alan. Was Tom gonna smoke Alan at football, soccer?
No.
No. He wasn't gonna smoke Alan at football or soccer.
No.
He was gonna smoke Alan in a race. In a race. He was gonna smoke Alan in a race.
Yes.
Was Tom nice and polite?
No. He was
No,
not
he said
as
sucker.
wise.
He called Alan. Sucker.
Sucker.
Is sucker a nice, polite word? No, it's not. It's not polite. It's not nice. He said, I'm going to smoke you, sucker. Alan said, you wish. I'm going to beat you and your sorry-ass car. Did Tom have a very, very nice car?
No. Sorry-ass car.
No, he did not have a nice car. He had a sorry-ass Ferrari. A sorry-ass car. What kind of car did Tom have?
A sorry-ass
He had a
car.
sorry-ass car. Low-quality car. Bad car. Cheap car.